Hello viewers, and as you would imagine, I've done this properly.
Hello guys, quick disclaimer that not every driver you see was actually in the pre-season video because new drivers have joined or left. The pre-season video will be linked down in the description and you can see all the drivers on screen now. But just a little quick disclaimer and hope you enjoy the race. Yo guys, for being here. Welcome to a new league race video on my channel. First race of the season's at Bahrain, a track previously I've been good at and a track that's been historically good for the controller, so I think I can do right at this track. I knew I wasn't going to be the fastest. I didn't admit this anywhere, but I knew for a fact I wasn't going to be the fastest. I know I can be quick, but I think the likes of Shimon and Lemons, I knew were going to do quicker times than me. What you're watching now is my first lap in the short qualifying session. My PB going into the session was a 24.6, but I knew I wasn't gonna get that in the session. Because I just didn't have the confidence to do it in the actual multiplayer session, and I was hoping for a high 24, which I reckon what Shimon and Lemmers were gonna get, but we'll see what happens. It's been a decent for first qualifying lap. I just wanted to get a good banker on the board and try and set the pace. You know, it's not been pushing the limits, but it's something that we can build on. My teammate Skull Killer goes fastest ever, 26.2, but that will be beaten by one of us in a second as I ran wide. We can blame regular track limits for that, but I probably should not a cheat. As we go round down the final corner now, do we nail it? Not what. Yeah, actually, we go fairly good. Go DRS and go across the line. What our time's going to be? It's going to be a 25.2, and you're going to hear my reaction in a second.
Let's go, decent banker. Come on. I've got a good banker. Let's fucking go.
Now you can see my fastest lap in this session. You can see that I've only done a 25.1, and that is not amazing. And I can tell you the pole time right now from Shimon is a 24.8. So we need to massively improve to be able to get a pole position there. And we're not even up on our, actually are going up on our time in the first sector just by under a tenth. But again, there's nothing to set the world alight. And yeah, at this point, I didn't know what Lemon's time was, so I was hoping to beat him. But yeah, I wasn't having head held high. I mean, we are still a tenth up, going into the hardest corner in Formula One, turn 10, and car to the left, not getting out of the way, thank you. And now we are gonna go into the third sector with half a tenth, and we're on wide, and that's all our time lost. And Lemon's is 24/7 just to rob salt into the room. So we have a control gap behind. I don't think we're going to get beaten for third. But again, it's just a scrappy lap, and you know you need to get the laps in and qualify if you want to be at the front. And I just didn't get what I can get out of the car. I sent it the final corner out of frustration. Really, we gained about 400ths of a second, and yeah, it's a 25-0, and there's nothing what I can achieve and what I should have achieved in the session. But it's P3 for us in qualifying.
The fuck?
So my teammate Skulker, he definitely had an eventful qualifying session, has to be said. Going for on his outlap now, Mr. Shivers behind him has been behind him in time lap by 6 on a lap, and he just didn't let him through for some reason, even though he should have. So Mr. Shivers just stented down the inside, and yeah, has that Malako. Now going on to Solkir's actual lap, you can see he's 3 tenths up as well on the 26.1, so he's going to be in the mid 25s, and that should put him fairly high up the grid in what he is right now in P6. He could be on for P4 just behind me, and you can see all the cars around him so far getting out of the way, being kind, and then Mr. Shivers maybe is a bit calmer, right? Actually runs out of fuel and doesn't get out of the way of the racing line, and Cole Skulker splashed into him and ruins his lap. So there's the full qualifying standings there with the top 14. And yeah, P3 for us, comfortable P3, but I wasn't going to get anything better than P3, I'll be honest. So even though my PB is good enough for pole position, and Lemons' time is only 1,000th of a second off my time trial time. So yeah, we're going to beat that. Still have high hopes to the race with my one stop and hoping everyone else can do too, but let's head to the race now. As we get ready now after the formation lap for 5 red lights, and there's 5 lights coming on now, and It's lights out and away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And Lemons goes into the wall and he's out. He's already out after about 50 yards. And this does that bring that brings out a virtual safety car. So yeah, it may seem like Lemons just lost traction there, but he said that there was a force feedback glitch in his wheel and his pedals, and when he put any pressure on the pedals, he just spun in full throttle. So, yeah, Codemasters, please fix your game. But that is now a championship rival gone out the race. So all left to do now, really, is beat Shimon and maybe a few others. Heading on now to the end of lap 2, and you see Justin Terra retires from the session, spinning at the long right-hander, and that brings out a virtual safety car. And there's a big call to make, and I'm going to be one to take the risk. I'm going to pit for hard compound tyres to go to the end. It is a major risk, and I wasn't really sure if the tyres could get to the end, if told me the truth, but yeah, I'm taking the risk, but I think it is possible. But we are sort of hanging on the prayer. But if I make it to the end, while making about having to make another stop, that's good for us. So it is a bit of a risk, but actually it's not a bit of a risk; it's a major risk. But I'm willing to take a risk, even on the first race, and we get to put into virtual safety car, which means we gain time anyway. So yeah, now we've got to start driving these tyres. Now something that's actually major for us. Here in the virtual safety car, I've already made my pit stop, and Shimon going casually going a delta, and he slipped under the delta there, and the safety car ends. So he's now got a drive-through penalty. I had no idea of this at the time, but it caught me by surprise, and probably him as well. So as you can see here, this is on my outlap. I didn't realise Shimon had a drive-through, and Skulker didn't tell me when he could have. But yeah, Shimon comes out ahead of me, and at this point, I had no idea. I was really confused on how he managed to overcut me whilst I pitted under the safety car. But yeah, he just served his drive through. So yeah, I'm now in a very comfortable position, and me going to the end. I'm not sure who's I still one stop or two stop, but yeah, now we just gotta get past any traffic that we faced and sort of just settle into the Grand Prix now. Here we are down lap 5, going on to lap 6. I was using a lot of ERS to try and get Cleave up to Dom. I didn't really need to, or Shimon, sorry. But here we are getting past XR Bailey, trying to keep up with the Red Bull in front. And yeah, we're low on battery, unfortunately, but we got the move on Bailey, so yeah. So skip on to lap 9. Our next move is for, I believe it's for P4 on Alonso. So let's see if Alonso can do his amazing defensive driving to what he did on to Hamilton Roller Grand Prix. Shout out to my goat, by the way, Alonso. And now we've got to go through past Alonso when he doesn't really defend. I think he knows that I'm quicker and the better strategy. I do force him out wide, so sorry about that, mate. And now we're up into P4. Go catch me. Now going on to lap 12 is now a virtual safety car, and this is perfect for Dragon and Afro Ninja, who's out in front right now. They're on medium tyres, and they can just pit onto hard tyres and basically get a free pit stop. So, yeah, I thought that's bad for us, but hopefully I can still have more pace. Well, Dragon's right in front of us, so I don't think he's going to be a factor, and he's got a penalty to his name. So I don't think we have to worry about him. However, Afro Ninja could definitely be a threat in this race, as he can come out around 9 seconds behind us. Now going on to lap 16, there's a few retirements in the row. There's like 4 retirements in 4 laps, and that eventually brings out the safety car. And that is possibly the worst thing that could happen, because we were comfortable about 11, 12 seconds ahead of the pack, ahead of second place, and now the field's going to be bunched up. I'm going to pit for mediums, but we had a massive gap, and now that gap has just been eradicated to nothing. So we'll have to come to the pits. Afro Ninja actually doesn't pit, so we can come up behind him, but he's on older hard cup as high as one fresh medium, so I should get past him. But all the danger men, not Shimon, who are out of the race, really are now back in it. That's my teammate Skull Killer. I'm just gonna let it listen to what happened because yeah, play the clip.
Yeah, I don't see why Afro Ninja stayed out, but it's basically he's going to defend like his life depends on it, isn't he?
Will the mediums make it the distance?
Of course it will.
Oh, don't spin, don't spin! I wanna kill myself, 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 I wanna kill myself.
Lewis, no! Oh, Lewis, silly boy.
I'm a fucking idiot. I put acceleration on and hold down the fucking brake. I'm a fucking idiot.
If you want to rage, just leave the party, mate. I'm not.
No, I'm alright. I'm alright. Essay's gonna get in the points. No, he isn't. Dom's behind him.
That's my first thought. Not a bottom of the podium. Oh, SS's gonna get first point.
Essay's my rival. He's none
Oh,
else.
man.
Oh.
The constructors are on the same team. Lewis. No.
Well, Skull Killer, we won't have to worry because in the world of Shibari and SA had a force feedback glitch again, so mid-safety car restart or whatever. So again, Codemasters fix your game. Even though this directly helps me, still Codemasters fix your bloody game. As something happens with SA's wheel or whatever, and Don crashes into him, and he is out of the race. So yeah. After some defensive driving from my friend, just a good defensive driving, which unfortunately I can't show you because my stream cut out. So at the precise moment, I was going to try and overtake him, unfortunately. But yeah, some good driving from Afro Ninja to keep me behind him so far. This is a different safety car period. I can't remember who retired. I think it was SA. In a different incident. So correct me if I'm wrong though. Down in the comments or wherever. And going through the safety car restart, Afro Ninja warming up his tires. I choose not to weave, because I don't trust someone behind me to hit me or I hit into someone else. So I just stay still, even in my tires on fully up to temperature, as he's still weaving, and his teammate, Optimus Prime or Adam, gets hit off by our reserve Matt French, or so he believes. I don't really know the full incident with that, but I'm sure that will be covered in post race report. Yeah, so that's a safety car restart. Everyone actually gets a bit of a gap here. Again, tires not up to temperature because I'm not weaving to avoid the collision. Sorry about the string quality as well. And yeah, after Ninja does build a gap, but I'll keep it under a second. I'm sure I'll be in DRS. And to the end of lap 25, we have DRS now on Afro Ninja, probably more overtake and slipstream. As much as Afro Ninja is a great defensive driver and always difficult to overtake, unfortunately for his case, he's unlikely to keep me behind. And as you can see, slipstream, overtake DRS, very simple move. Not much he can really do. Afro Ninja does break late, but it's not much he can do really. And I'm now into P1, and I've now just got to manage the gap to the end of the race and try and pull out of the DRS zone.
Oh, this feels so good, man. This feels so good. Across the line. So winning the Bahrain Grand Prix, grazie, forza Ferrari, get in!
Sebastian,
Yes.
B1.
Yeah, P1 Sebastian, yep. Oh, I don't know, I'm so happy everyone else retired, but I kept it clean.
10 people.
Oh, yes.
DNF this
No,
race.
Yes, great drive, well done. Slow switch down. Numero uno is back, top class. Great drive. Ferrari's back. Fantastico. Sei un grande, Seb.
Yes! Sì, ragazzi! Oh, mi senti? Grazie mille, ragazzi. Grazie! Dai, forza Ferrari!
Here are the final race results then. Only 9 people finished, which is not great, but I mean, it's a new game and the curbs are lethal, so I don't blame people for doing nothing. But yeah, I kept out the barriers more than what other people did, and I managed to take the win for Matt Ninja in second, and Matt French is actually reserved for this league, getting in third, so well done for them to get on the podium. Obviously the standings, the driver standings are as the results you see on the screen. As is the first race. The constructor standings will be at the end of the first video, or the second video, sorry, in Spain. But I can tell you that we are winning the constructors due to my 25 points, as only Aston Martin managed to get both drivers finished and in the points, obviously. So well done for them. And yeah, we'll see you in the next round at Spain. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.